Hello, my name is Jeff Morgan and welcome to FNVi. The subject for today is engineering change requests, engineering information change requests, and how the technicians and how the engineers will handle that. So I'm just going to quickly jump into our training site. So it's not the live site, so we've got this training site here. You'll notice that these numbers are now the live numbers that are coming through, and what's left and everything else. So first things first, what we need to do is to set up the users of who is authorized to accept. Any of the users that any inspectors can raise an engineering information query, but only certain users can accept. So I'm going to go into Jeff. Here's Jeff's profile, his permissions, go all the way down the bottom, and you'll see here that we have these engineering information change request details. The engineer must be have all these turned on to accept the engineering changes. Right, so I thought I'd mention that because it's an integral, important part of the process. Right, so engineering information change request can be done a couple of ways. As a result of an inspection, so I've got an inspection allocated to me. There's the inspection there, this is all the information, and I notice that something's changed, and I can do it in a couple of ways. I'm going to show you the first way. Confirm the details are correct. I'm going to say no, and what opens up is the engineering information change request form. So I would just literally go and find the field. Let's say it was this one, for example. Pick on that there was a missing value, type in that it should be, for example, we could say that it was a valve. Again, any of the fields, if it was if in a wrong system, or it was a wrong unit, or it was so any of these fields that we want to monitor, you can change those. But I'm actually going to step through. I'm going to cancel editing because I don't want to do that one from there, and I'm going to go back to the dashboard and show the other way that can be done, and it can be done through a tag search. So if you know the tag, that's got some information that's changed. So I have this tag here. And of course I can make these changes because I'm on the offline, I'm not on the live system. So I'm just going to put this tag, this 14A V702, and I know that there is some information missing. So there comes up 702. Let's view that detail. All the details come up, and you can see lots of it is blank. And in particular, I know that which PID that this actual valve's on. It's on that PID. There it is there, 14A702, but it wasn't in the database, so I want to add that. As you can see, there's no PID mentioned in here, so I'm going to add it. So all I need to do, go up here, and then see any of the inspectors, any of the users can make these engineering requests, and I'm going to run down and fill in the appropriate fields. And the two fields I'm going to fill in is FNVi PID, property and document. So we have to put it in two places. So the property is the description of the actual drawing itself. So that's the description that goes in there, and that's going to appear on the information. And I just type that in, and that's what will be displayed. The document is the name of the document that is actually in the system. So it needs to be exactly as it's been loaded into the system. I'll show you after I finish this how we can double check that. So, and we have to append it with the .pdf, so it knows that it's a document, it knows it's a property. So quite simply, I'm going to submit that, and it should flash up in the top corner that it's been successful. It did indeed. If you were quick, you would have seen that. Now that, if we come back down here, it's not, the change hasn't been effected. Right, it's gone to the engineer to have that approved. So because I am nominated as a engineering change engineer in my profile, as I showed earlier, I can come down to this area here, engineering changes, and click on changes by item. And indeed, the one that I've just submitted will be there. And indeed, there it is there, 14A702 is, and it's got two open changes. If there's been closed or rejected, it would be mentioned here. So I'll go across here and click onto the view detail, and here's the property. So it's there's the property that we put in, it was Jeff Morgan at this time, and here's the document that we put in, Jeff Morgan, it was this time. So what I literally have to do is click on those two, click on that I accept the change, and that's what change is going to be, and apply and apply. Now if I wanted to reject it and it was incorrect and I've done the due diligence and said no, the inspector has done this, it'd be quite simple. I just click on the rejected and click apply, select them off, and then it wouldn't be submitted. But of course I want to accept it. It's accepted. Accept those changes and apply. Top right hand corner it will say successful. Now go back to the dashboard, go back to my tag search and pull that number up again. What was it? 702. I keep on forgetting these. There it is there. Let's view that detail. You can see the detail here. There we got the PNID information that's come across. That's the property. So I can't click on that property. I'll go into the documents and there, PNID, FNVi, click on it and it'll open up that document, and indeed I'll zoom in there again and you can see, oops, there is the V702. So pretty much by the same token, if we'd seen a range change or some other kind of information, any of these fields that have changed, the operative, the user, the engineers, anyone that logs into the system can click on edit, make the proposal, goes into the cycle, and then the engineer, it goes to the appropriate engineer who's been designated to conduct that change. I'm just speaking on to close this off about the drawing number. Literally there's that drawing number. Go into the system, copy that, go to the documents area here, click on the documents, let's find that document, it's in there, and there it is there, sheet 103. Whilst I'm in this area here, I just want to show you quickly another feature. Let's say I'm looking for a document, I have no idea what it's called, but I know it's something to do with a pump. Put in here pump. There's all the documents that are going to come up for anything to do with pumps. This is the search engine for the application, and I'm looking for example, a mainline pump. And you can see there's all the documents for the mainline pump. So you don't need the document number. If I'm looking something to do with the fire system, there's anything to do with the fire system, for example, or fire water, fire tank, you can come in here and search by the names and the descriptions of the documents. You don't just need the document number. So just stepping back through, you can raise an engineering request from tag search. You can raise the request as a result of an inspection. That's sent to the engineer and it goes to the change request item. I click into the audit area, and in the audit area it will show me that who's affected the request, who's conducted it, who's approved it, and a full audit trail to carrying out. And just coincidentally, just so that make people aware, we have literally found thousands of these. We're just finishing off the sanity check that we've done in System 14, but we've literally found thousands of them. For the purpose of this demonstration, my name is Jeff Morgan. This is FNVi. Thanks very much.